we're going to do is elect Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States. After watching the Obamas last night, that was some epic fire, wasn't it? Some epic fire. We're now so fired up, we can't wait to leave here and do something as a nation of us against them. People who want to scare you, who want to rule you, people who'd have you believe that books are dangerous and assault rifles.
Did you hear about Oprah's latest roast? She just burned Trump so bad he might need to build a wall around his ego to recover. Seriously, folks, Oprah went all out on the Donald. She reminded him of a letter she wrote back in 2000 suggesting they'd make a great team. Turns out Trump's idea of teamwork is more like me, myself, and I. Classic Trump. Am I right? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video.
But here's the thing. When we stand together, it is impossible to conquer us. He said, no matter what ship our ancestors arrived on, we are all in the same boat now. That there's a right way to worship and a wrong way to love. People who seek first to divide and then to conquer. But more often than not, what I've witnessed and experienced are human beings, both conservative and liberal, who may not agree with each other, but who'd still help you in a heartbeat if you were in trouble.
Well, folks, it looks like Oprah Winfrey isn't just handing out free cars anymore. She's dishing out some serious burns, and the target none other than our favorite orange-tinted reality TV star turned President Donald Trump. Remember when Oprah and Trump were buddies? Yeah, neither do we, but apparently there was a time when these two were thick as thieves. Oprah dug up an old letter she wrote to Trump back in 2000, probably from the same drawer where she keeps her unused gym membership cards, and this blast from the past she wrote: too bad we're not running for office. What a teamo, how times have changed. But Oprah didn't stop at just reminiscing about the good old days. No, sir, she went full-in roast mode. It was like watching a comedy special, but with more political bite and less chance of Trump tweeting about it. During the commercial break, Oprah threw some serious shade at Trump's idea of teamwork. Spoiler alert, it's not exactly a group effort. She quipped, little did I know he'd go on to prove my point that teamwork isn't exactly his strong suit.
He also claimed Oprah looked embarrassed, but he did concede Oprah had him and his family on her show back in February. Donald Trump has taken aim at Oprah Winfrey online after she live-streamed an interview with Kamala Harris. The former president ranted about how he believed Harris was destroying America and how it wasn't the real Oprah.
Burn, I guess, in Trump's world, teamwork means everyone else does the work while he takes all the credit. Sound familiar? But wait, there's more. Oprah didn't just stop at roasting Trump's leadership skills or lack thereof. She went full method actor on us and started mimicking Trump's voice, and let me tell you, it was spot on. You'd think Trump himself was in the room complaining about how unfair everything is. Oprah doing her best Trump impression. Whined they shouldn't have done that, it was unfair. This was in response to Fox News airing clips of her at a Kamala Harris campaign event. I guess even Fox News isn't safe from Trump's tantrums anymore. Who knew? But the rail kicker Oprah dropped the mic with a killer line about Trump's ego. She said if Michelangelo were designing statues for Donald, he'd need extra marble, not for the hands, but for the pedestal beneath them. Ouch. Turns out Trump's skin is thinner than his hair, and his ego is bigger than both combined. As the laughter died down, you could almost hear Trump's tweets being furiously typed. I bet his tiny fingers were working overtime on that one. Trump's tiny fingers may have been working overtime, but Oprah was just warming up. The queen of talk shows wasn't about to let Trump's all obsession slide. She went in on his Grand Barrier plan like it was a misguided attempt at creating the world's biggest Lego set.
Late last night, just minutes before midnight, President Trump taking to Twitter to slam Oprah. Just watched a very insecure Oprah Winfrey, who at one point I knew very well, interview a panel of people on 60 Minutes.
There was one more tweet from the president making headlines today, the one he sent not long before midnight last night. It was about Oprah, calling her insecure.
Tweeting, the questions were biased and slanted, the facts incorrect. Hope Oprah runs so she can be exposed and defeated just like all of the others.
Polls are showing that respect for the United States is eroding around the world.
The former talk show host sitting down with a group of Michigan voters, but Trump...
It's a symbol of division, exclusion, and frankly poor architecture. Oprah quipped, leaving the audience in stitches. But wait, there's more. Oprah wasn't done with Trump's wild ideas just yet. She took aim at his wacky climate change views, and boy, did she hit the bullseye. Remember when Trump claimed wind turbines cause cancer?
But Oprah recently put the rumors to bed.
It's just not in my spirit. It's not my DNA.
It was actually on Oprah's show back in 1988 when she asked Trump if he would ever run for president.
I just don't think I really have the inclination to do it.
Speculation swirled that Oprah was considering a run for president in 2020 after this speech at the Golden Globes.
That a new day is on the horizon.
Yeah, Oprah remembers too, and she wasn't about to let that gem slip by unnoticed. In true Oprah style, she delivered a zinger that had everyone rolling. It's almost as if he believed science exists solely to ruin his golf courses. She joked, talk about a hole in one. I mean, who knew the fate of the planet rested on Trump's putting green? Apparently in Trump's world, climate change is only a problem when it messes with his tea time. But Oprah wasn't done schooling Trump on the finer points of science and reality. She tackled his wall obsession head-on, pointing out the sheer ridiculousness of it all. Last I checked, Oprah mused, immigrants aren't exactly scaling Mount Everest to enter the country. I guess in Trump's mind, every border crosser is part mountain goat, part Spider-Man. The audience was eating it up, laughing so hard you'd think Oprah was handing out free cars again, but instead of cars, she was dishing out burns, and Trump was getting roasted harder than a turkey on Thanksgiving. Just when you thought it couldn't get any better, Oprah delivered the knockout punch. She summed up Trump's grasp on climate science with a zinger that'll go down in roast history. Turns out his understanding of climate change is about as solid as a sandcastle at high tide. Boom, there it is, folks. Trump's scientific expertise reduced to a pile of wet sand. Well, folks, it looks like Oprah's roast of Trump has left the country more divided than a pizza at a vegan convention. Some of Trump's loyal followers are throwing a hissy fit, claiming Oprah's just another celebrity trying to split the nation. But hey, isn't that kind of Trump's whole deal? On the flip side, plenty of people are giving Oprah a standing ovation for her sharp as attack humor. They're saying she hit the nail on the head with her critiques. I mean, who else could make fun of Trump's ego and still come off as America's favorite? And one thing's for sure, in this battle of words, Oprah got Trump beat by a landslide. Maybe next time Trump should stick to tweeting about KF instead of trying to out-talk the queen of talk. Oh, and Trump, if you're reading this, maybe consider hiring Oprah as your comedy coach. Lord knows you could use a few pointers on how to actually be funny.
Hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around the end, drop a blue heart in this comment. And until next time, I will see you soon.